Okay.
Did you say you go every other week? Why does it matter?
I said, you, no, I said, you don't go every week.
Oh,
I mean, most weeks we go, just not every week. Okay.
probably could have found a church that was open.
Well, I'm gonna share my screen with the workbook.
Just realized it's going to be 2024.
Can I see it?
Hey, girl. Gonna pull up a chair?
There we go. That's better. Okay,
Sorry,
here we go. Are we ready? Word for 2024
Oh,
workshop.
okay.
Hello, Haley.
Hi.
I don't know if you saw, I sent an email and it has the workbook in it. And so what I'm going to do is just go through the workbook. Um, and basically, what is the purpose for picking a word for the year? And I think I did resolutions a couple times, I'm sure. And at some point, I was just like, this is so dumb. I never follow through anyway, so I'm not going to set a New Year's resolution anymore. And I just really like the idea of setting my intentions for the year. Like, what do I want to do consistently? What kind of person do I want to do consistently? How do I want to um, change how I relate to people, how I take care of the relationships that I have, how I take care of my house, how I take care of my body, all of those things. So instead of like having this big giant goal that I want to hit, it's more who do I want to be in the process and how can I make the process something that I enjoy doing and something that works that I can be consistent at. And also, yes, I'm going to mess up. I'm going to overeat. I'm going to skip a workout. I'm going to be a jerk to my mom. Things are going to happen and I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm going to learn from it and move on. So I want to preface everything with saying I'm not like, I want to be a perfect person because that's obviously not going to happen. And I don't want to beat myself up over it. I don't want to um, have that barrage of negative self-talk. And I am pretty much at the place where the negative self-talk, I just don't do it. When I recognize it, it's like, oh, that's right. I don't do that anymore. And so move on. Um, so picking a word of the year, you can use your word of the year towards creating results that you want, clarifying what it is that you want to be, how you want to show up, the things that are important to you, what you want to focus on, cohesiveness in like all the different areas of your life, which I like the idea of cohesiveness, eliminating excess, the things that you do or have that just are a distraction and take away from what you really want. Um, and then you can incorporate your word of the year into all areas of your life, your physical body, your mental mind stuff, spiritual life, your family, your relationships, career goals, everything. So let's work on our word of the year. Okay. I did this, a coaching program that I'm in did this exercise where you think back over 2023. I don't know why this is over here so I can look over here. Okay. So looking back through 2023 and great ways to do this because when you sit here today on December 31st, you can think back on your year and think, oh, 2023 was a train wreck or whatever. And that's going to be based on things that have happened in the immediate past, maybe the past month or so. But it's been a whole year. We've been through 12 months of 2023. So some good ideas of ways to really look back, excuse me, and kind of evaluate and reflect on 2023 is looking through planners. I use 90-day planners. So I have 4 planners from 2023 to kind of look through and just kind of see where I was at, what I was thinking. Looking through your digital calendar. What things did you do? What trips did you go on? If, of course, that's assuming that you use your digital calendar and put stuff on it, which I do. So where did I go? What plans did I have? What things did I schedule? And then a really great way of looking back on your year is going through photos on your phone. Go back to January 2023 and scroll through your year. And I would imagine there are things that you'll see on your phone that you'd be like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Also, a side note, I heard this really great tip about photos on your phone. If you did this, I don't know, each day, maybe even each month, you can go into, if you go in your photos and then to all photos, you can click search. And so like for today, you could search December 31 and all of your pictures that you've taken on any December 31st are going to pop up. And so you can go through and delete pictures that you don't need to have on your phone. For me, I have a bazillion screenshots of stuff. And I typically, when I do this, I'm deleting a bunch of screenshots, but it's a good way to kind of eliminate pictures off your phone that you don't need. And you could do just January, and all of your January pictures from all of the years will pop up, and you can go through and start cleaning up the pictures on your phone. That was just a side note. You're welcome for that. So kind of like going back, and obviously not right now, unless you want to, you can totally be doing that while you're listening, but go through 2023 and like, okay, what happened in 2023 that maybe you don't even remember, you're not appreciating, you totally forgot this great thing that you accomplished, whatever it is. And so that's just a really good way to look back, which obviously this is the word for 2024 workshop, because so we are mostly looking forward. But before we look forward, I feel like we always should look back a little bit, and not to dwell on it, but to really, number one, celebrate. Find those little things that you can celebrate that you've done, or big things. And what are things that you want to learn from? What are things that you want to be like, oh, that happened, I don't want to do that again. How do I want to navigate that if it were to come up again? Or things that you just want to forgive and forget, like let it go. Like Elsa says, I would sing, but that would be terrible for you. Okay. Also, from that same workshop that I did, we did this exercise, which I absolutely love, and I did it with my Commit to You group coaching community, I think last week. So you draw a circle on a page, or you can use this page from the workbook, and you draw a circle, lines, so that the circle has 4 quadrants, and there's a quadrant for health, relationships, resources, and purpose. Your health is your physical health, your mental health, all of the things that make up your physical and mental body. Relationships, your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with friends, siblings, significant other, all of those things. Your resources are your time, your money, your energy. And then purpose. Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? What is the impact that I'm supposed to be making on a daily basis and on a grander scale? So looking through each of these quadrants and thinking back through 2023 on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give yourself in each of these quadrants for 2023 and where you're at right now? Where would you put, and you could, and this is overall, overall mental, physical health, what you have put into it, the effort that you've put into it, the progress that you've made, the progress or the intention and the action that you're putting into it right now. Where would you score yourself in your health, mental and physical? Where would you score yourself on relationships, on resources and purpose? And this is just to kind of see, okay, this is where I'm at right now. And the purpose of going back through like the pictures and the calendar and the planner, because we typically will give ourselves really low scores because, well, number one, it's December 31st, and we've just come through a couple weeks of maybe being around people that you find stressful, being around a lot of food, being around a lot of alcohol, being around like a lot of like, it's kind of like the culmination. So maybe put this 2 weeks aside and look at the rest of the year. That would be very helpful for me.
Would for resources, is that like you said time? So is that like kind of like time management, handling like
Any
the
questions,
day-to-day?
thoughts on that?
Shanna, did you just hear Laura?
I had my volume down. What'd you say?
Laura
Oh,
had a question. I was like, is my computer not working?
It's me. I'm the problem.
I was just checking my speakers really quick. So you said the resources had to do with time. So is that like have to do with time management, day to day, like to-dos? And then
Like how you use your time.
okay. And then purpose would be, I feel like those are the same. That's why I'm asking for clarification.
So purpose, I kind of think is just like bigger, broader, like, and it kind of is the same because if you're using your time effectively, then you're fulfilling your purpose.
Okay.
But it's like, what am I doing? What am I here for? How am I impacting people? And time would be like, how am I spending my time? What am I doing? Am I wasting time? And when I say these things, I am not saying them to judge anyone because I'm right there. So am I binge watching Netflix? Am I, or am I spending time doing the things that are important, that are really important to me, like investing in relationships, keeping my house clean, whatever is important to you. It's, that's all individual, obviously.
Okay.
Does that
Thank
make
you.
sense?
Yes.
Sorry, I had my volume down.
That's okay. That's all right. I the other day I had mine on mute the whole time, and which was totally fine. I had no idea I was on Zoom meetings all day, but they were webinars, so it didn't matter. But then I went to watch a show and it wouldn't let me watch a show because like the volume wouldn't work. And I was like, what's going on? So that's why I thought maybe it muted again. I don't know.
Yep. And I want to point out too, when I do like stuff like this, assessing, evaluating, this is never, ever, ever permission to beat yourself up, get the negative self-talk going. This is all, it's just for information. It's to create awareness, like, okay, this is where I'm at with no judgment. Judgment is not allowed. This is where I'm at. Is this what I want to be doing? Or do I want to make changes? Because whatever has happened up until this point, you cannot change it. Beating yourself up for it does not help at all. It only compounds the negative effect of it. So for me, my purpose is never to give yourself a weapon to use it against yourself. It's for awareness and like, okay, that happened. Now let's move on. Let's do something different if that's what you want to do. Okay. Did we evaluate? And this is again, and it's just for awareness for yourself, for information. And then looking ahead, thinking about, okay, this is where I'm at from 2023. What do I want less of in 2024? Um, and it can be less complaining. I want to be someone that does not complain. It can be less stuff. It could be less. Oh, I just realized a picture fell down. It could be less sugar, less coffees from Starbucks. Anything. What do I want less of looking forward in 2024? And really it's what do I want to let go of and release. I love the word release. I don't know if it's on my list or not, but it would be a good one. Less stress. Anyone? Less negative self-talk, less self-judgment, less arguing with kids or spouses or parents. Less obligation. That's a good one coming off Christmas. And then what do I want more of in 2024? More money, more peace, more authenticity, more saying no when I mean no and yes when I mean yes. Anybody have anything that they want more of that they want to share?
I've recently been working through the book Boundaries, and so that was the first thing I put on there was just like stronger boundaries. I've been working on like establishing them and then nourishing them is kind of what they say. So that's mine, or one of mine.
I love it. And boundaries are so tricky because a lot of times we use them incorrectly, I guess. And because a boundary is, it has nothing to do with other people. It's all about you. When so and so does this thing, this is what I'm going to do. And you can tell the other person about the boundary or you don't, but it's for you. When somebody does something else, I'm going to do this. It's not, I'm setting a boundary. You're not allowed to talk to me that way because that's never going to work. It doesn't put the responsibility on them. It's when they talk to me in a way that I don't like or I don't appreciate, I am just going to leave the room, or I am going to say, this conversation is over now. Thank you. And it's boundaries are so amazing when you use them appropriately because it's all about your own efficacy and power to take care of yourself. And I saw a thing, and I'm not sure if it's in the Boundaries book or not. I'm sure it's the whole idea, but boundaries aren't to cut people out of our lives. We set up boundaries because we want to keep people in our lives in a way that is healthy and beneficial for all of us. Dang, I just saw a bunch of cobwebs too. I haven't been home for 7 weeks. I'm like, whoa, what is happening? The sun is just shining on the cobwebs. Anybody else want to share more of or less of in 2024?
I put that I want more nature in
Ooh,
2024.
I love that.
Yeah.
This is so good.
And I unfortunately want less coffee in 2024. So we'll
Do
see
you
how that
want
goes.
less coffee or do you want to want less coffee?
I want to want less coffee. It's
Same.
not that I don't want it to go away, but it probably should.
I feel ya. I feel ya. Especially the like coffee out.
But it's hard.
And you can do hard things. I have a sign right there.
That's true.
It is. And but it's so, oh my word, it is so expensive. It's crazy. Okay. What would I like to accomplish in the next year? And so this is getting more into the goal territory. But just thinking ahead, like what would I like to accomplish? Do you have weight loss goals, fitness goals, financial goals, graduating college goals, all kinds of things, anything. One of the things that I really want to do is get my kitchen cabinets organized into a good system. We moved in and just kind of put things away, and there has to be like a better way to organize our pantry cupboards. I just haven't done it yet. And I always have the financial and weight loss goals. And this year I want to write a devotional. I'm calling it. I want to write a 12-week devotional. Anybody want to share something they want to accomplish in 2024?
Graduating.
Yay!
And I really want to run a 10K.
That's a good one. No physical fitness competition.
Well, I really do want to body build, but I don't know if maybe I could put on there, I want to start the process of that, but it's not really realistic for it to happen this year. But I could definitely start that.
That can be an intention and really just to continue what you've been doing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you could sign up for one in 2024 for 2025.
That's a good idea.
Or research.
Yeah.
And I am not encouraging you or pushing you into that because it's also very, very straining on your body. Okay, so looking at what you want to accomplish those things, that thing or those things, what do I need to be, what areas do I need to be more intentional in? So for graduating college, obviously Haley wants to be more intentional in setting up good study habits and staying on top of all of the dates that are coming up that she has to submit things or whatever. Weight loss goals, more intentional in how you eat, how you move your body, your water intake, whatever. So what areas? Physical, mental, relationships, time management, finances, relationship with God, church. And then getting down into the nitty gritty, what are the things? So those things that you want to accomplish and those areas that you want to be more intentional, what are the things that you want to do consistently with intention to accomplish those things? So for me, my big things are I want to drink my 100 ounces of water every day. I want to move my body at least 30 minutes every day. I want to eat for hunger. I want to increase my protein intake. I don't really know what number yet of grams or whatever per day. I want to increase my protein, increase veggies, and increase fiber. And then for my business and my home, I have a schedule. I want to follow my schedule that I've set. So those are the things that I want to do consistently with intention. And then thinking of all of those things, this is the word for 2024 workshop. Thinking about those things that you want to accomplish, the things that you want more of, what you want to be doing consistently. Brainstorm 20-ish words that come to mind that kind of encompass those things that you want to do, those things that you want more of, things you want to accomplish. And I have, let's see here. I'll do it bigger. I kind of did a list. I started this list of words, I started writing them down in just a notebook. And every time I thought of another word, I'd go add it. And then I put them into a spreadsheet. So these are words that have just popped in my head over the past month or so that I have thought would be good words. And then it's on one of the other pages, but I love wordhippo.com. And I have the app on my phone too. It's a like a synonym word bank. And it's so great to find just the right word, because I did this with Haley. She had an idea of a word. And so we started going through the word hippo hole, and you kind of go from one word to another word and you're like, oh, this one's even better. And you click on that and that gives you a bunch of other words. So that can help you get to just the right word and just the right version of the word, the right tense or whatever. I love it. Does anybody already have their word? Ish. Not quite ready to commit. That's why you're here. Laura, have you picked your word yet?
No, my dog ate my lunch, and so I had to beat her and take her outside.
Rude.
I mean, there was only a little bit left, but so I've been kind of just thinking about this because this was coming, and I was thinking of a word, but now I'm like, oh wait, there's so much else that's included. So now I'm taking my time.
I swear every year my word, it sounds so dumb when I say it, but it's true. I feel like my word picks me because I'll totally be like thinking of something, and it's happened the past few years. I'll like have an idea, like I'm pretty sure this is my word, and then something will happen or several somethings, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my word. And it just comes out of nowhere, and then I start seeing it all over the place. Who rescued who? So the rest of this is just kind of like narrowing down. So come up with your list of words. And then if you're having a hard time, like looking at the words on your list, like kind of grouping together words that are similar. And then circle or underline 3 of the words that resonate the most. Look at word hippo. I love word hippo. I can't say enough about it. I use word hippo probably 3 to 4 times a week. And I feel like when you get your word, you just kind of know. It's kind of like a wedding dress. You just know it's yours. And then if you're not quite sure, pick a word and look at all of the different definitions, the synonyms, and write down like how you might use it in your life throughout the year. I haven't come up with my sentence for this year, but for the past 2 years, I have had using my word. I had a sentence that I wrote down in my journal every single day. And so I have to think of a new sentence to start writing. And this past year, ready was my word for 2022, and flourish was my word for 2023. And my sentence was, I'm ready to flourish. It took my 22 sentence and just kind of added flourish into it. So I've been writing pretty much the same sentence for 2 years. And then all of the ideas. And pray about it. I literally, just because of the way that my schedule has been and stuff, I really hadn't, I've known what my word was for a few weeks, but I haven't really sat down and spent time with it. And a couple times I've kind of started looking at Bible verses, and today I sat down, I was like, God, please show me a Bible verse to go with my word. And I totally found it, and it was great. Looking up scriptures having to do with that word, people in the Bible that might exude that characteristic or have something to do with that word. And then when you pick it, has anybody picked it? Anybody land? What?
I don't know why, but the first word on Haley's list struck me funny is gumption.
I like gumption.
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 Get
It's
some
like an
gumption.
old-fashioned word, huh?
Yeah. Mine all mean like the same thing. I feel like.
And when that happens, it's kind of like just what's the one that I like best? Did you put gumption in word hippo?
No, I should.
I'm curious.
I just did.
Yeah?
Love that word. That's from the holiday. Oh, makes me happy.
When is it in the holiday?
It's in the end when the butthole comes and surprises her, and then she's like, "Get out. This is over." And he's like, "What's gotten into you?" And she's like, "I don't know, but it's a little something. I think it's gumption or something like that. I think you call it gumption."
I love that. I love that movie.
Words like grit, heroism, braveness, valor, confidence, ballsiness.
Ballsy kept coming up.
Ballsy, there you go.
Although I have thoughts on that. I have a whole thing.
About ballsy?
Yes.
And be safe, do the right thing.
Whoa. Perspic pers perspicaciousness?
Perspicacious. I don't know how what's the sagacity? SAGACITY.
The quality of being wise or able to make good decisions.
It's really good.
I like the word resolute also.
I like that one too. Gumption sounds fun. Oh, Moxie. Was Moxie in that movie too?
I don't think so, but I feel like it's the same thing.
Yeah. Meet cute is.
Yes, it is.
Got stiff.
Spunk.
I like gumption a lot.
I like it.
I like gumption, dauntless, advance, and resolute.
They're all very good. So then thinking about like how gumption, how does that fit in like your goals
Mhm.
and you know any of those and or your intentions for the year? How do they fit in like cohesively into all of it?
You scroll up just a little bit. Oh.
Ways.
Haley, did you say that you did a graphic for your word last year?
I think I did, or the year before. Let me look.
Oh, you were going to. You
I
said,
can't remember. Let me look.
I think you might have said you're going to do it this year with Canva.
Oh,
Maybe.
I did it 1 year with Canva, but I can't remember if it was last year or the year before that I did it. Yeah, I did it with my word for 2023, and it was rejuvenate.
Aw.
I'm better with Canva now, so it'll be better.
I was going to say that's fancy. Mine is pretty boring.
Let me see. Cute.
Maybe I should have you make mine.
I will.
And then create your graphic. Here's mine that I did today.
Impact. That's good.
Ooh.
Impact 2024. And I love my word because it's like the impact that I want to have externally, and then really thinking about the impact of the things that I do day to day, and like thinking about, okay, if I do this, what's the impact? If I do that, what's the impact? Is it worth it? Is that what I want to do? Because every little decision I make has an impact. So being more mindful of that, I think, is super wonderful. And then the brick wall, if you impact. That cracked me up. Do you want me to go back to any specific page?
I don't think so. No.
How are we doing? Tell me your thoughts. What's going on? Do we need to workshop a word?
So my word before I was thinking of was rhythm, because like my thought process is that like something I've learned this year
That was
is that
Katie's word from last year, but I don't even think she remembered.
oh, it
I
is.
did.
Oh, look
I-
at you, Katie.
I did remember.
So, but then as we've been talking and like putting in my intentions and things like that, I'm like, I don't know that it's like exactly fitting. So then I was starting to go through and this word hippo, which thank you for that, my new obsession. And so then I found this it had a rhythmic flow. And so then I went into that and I was like, well, I like the idea of flow, but then flow had a lot of words that were really not like nice words, like surge and purge and weird things. So then I was following that. Anyway, I just came through to rise. And I really like the meaning of rise. So it has like to get out of bed, which is something I need to do every morning. To get to one's feet, to increase, to emerge by means of an upward movement, to increase in value or level of success, to be restored to life. I really like this one, to become disobedient against authority. To improve in mood or disposition, to incline upward, to have its source, to sound very loudly. Like, I don't know, I just really like every one of these. So then I was trying to find one that was like better than rise, because once I get obsessed, then I just start trying to find a better word. So anyway, that's where I'm at.
I like that. Rise. Isn't there like a song, I Will Rise?
Yes.
I rise up.
Yes. Sing it, girl.
then I could have that as my alarm in the morning.
Yes. Yep. I'm starting on the 2nd. I had gotten into a really good habit when I had a job that as soon as my alarm went off, my feet hit the floor. I did not push snooze, and I have not obviously gotten out of the habit of it. And so I am putting myself on a schedule starting on Tuesday, and I will rise at 5 a.m. My feet will hit the floor.
I saw this thing on Mel, is it Mel Robbins? And she showed herself getting out of bed. She's like, don't press snooze. This is what I do every morning. Someone told me to do this, blah, blah, blah. And it literally has a picture of her as she's talking over it. It has a video of her rolling out of her bed onto the floor, crawling, like army crawling across her bedroom floor into her bathroom. And she's like kind of talking like, and then by the time I make it to the bathroom, I've kind of got some blood pumping and the bathroom floor is cold. So, you know, it makes me want to get up on my hands and knees. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I need to do. Like that would work for me.
That is so funny. Have you seen the like reels where it's clapping? The alarm clock is like clapping, so you're waking up to like applause.
That's funny.
That's so funny.
I need to invest in one again. I had one of the sunrise alarm clocks for a little while, and that has been by far the best thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
For me to get up, like because my blood pressure is low. So like what happens is when an alarm goes off too loud, it like blasts, like I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I'm like, my heart's pounding and I don't feel good. Like if I sit up, I'll pass out kind of thing. So it doesn't feel good. So like this like calm wake thing is totally up my alley.
I've seen it too, where like, I don't know if it's a watch, something that you wear, or something that I almost think there's something like you can put under you while you sleep, but you tell the alarm clock like when you want to get up, and it waits until you're kind of in that lighter sleep to wake you up. It's like an intuitive alarm clock or something, so that it's not coming out of a dead sleep to that.
Yeah, like it like brings you up. I have a crescendo alarm on my phone, but I actually turned on the vibrator thing, like so it's like a vibration, the phone vibrates, and I have it as far away from me as I can at night on my nightstand thing, so it actually is up against like the side of it and it vibrates, and that has actually been really good. No, go away.
A little softer wake up.
Yeah, it's not like loud or piercing, and it just it doesn't vibrate the bed, but I saw some that do that. You can put this thing in your bed and it'll vibrate your bed.
Yeah.
I've been looking a lot because I'm like, I need something because I need to wake up happy. So if I wake up like to an alarm like that too, I'll be in a bad mood all day. And it's like an anger I don't know how to control. It's just like this, it comes from like a biological place.
And make sure you're getting enough sleep too, so that you're going to bed early enough so that when you're expecting yourself to get up, you've had enough sleep too.
Yeah, there's been the problem of some snoring in my room has been the biggest issue. So I've just been like, if I don't get sleep, I really am grumpy.
At some point, I told my husband, if you don't go get a sleep study done, I'm moving out of our room. Because I realized I was laying in bed, not being able to sleep because of snoring. And I could have gone and got on the couch, but I didn't want to get out of bed and wake him up. What?
And he's keeping you up and he's sleeping fine.
Exactly. Like there's something wrong with this.
Yeah.
I don't want to get out of bed and make him feel bad for me not being able to sleep.
I got my book in the mail.
Oh, that's so good. I love it. I actually lent it to someone and never got it back.
This
Love
one, and then I just got this. Have you seen this one, Shanna?
Uh-uh.
It just got recommended to me. I'm going to do it for girls group. It's how to talk to anyone, and it's like there's a lot of like studies saying that because of social media, like today's teenagers don't know how. I'm talking like Chloe's AJS and Maddox's. They don't know how to interact in a conversation, and the girls in my Bible study in my girls group actually have asked for this because they feel anxious in conversation. Isn't
That's
that
amazing.
interesting? So
Yeah.
this is supposed to be just like little things to like little tips or something. I don't know. I'm gonna read it and try to figure out how to make it into a Bible study.
Yeah. Nice. I love it. Okay.
Maddox
Anybody
is a
have
little
a
sad.
word?
It's the mail. Okay, I'm going with rise. I've decided.
Hey.
I don't have one yet, but I have a whole bunch to choose from.
Okay.
I think mine's radiant.
Ooh.
Like Wilbur?
Told you.
What? Oh, no.
I said I like Radiant, but all I can think of is Charlotte's Web. And she's like, what? I said it's one of the words that went in her web.
I love it. Radiant.
I like it too.
I love it. Ella Soost.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, and you have those piggies in your room.
Yeah.
That's
Piggy.
right.
It was meant to be.
It's meant to be.
One of the words I think that it's top of my list, but I don't like the word. Like I'm really bummed about it. But earn. It's the word is so boring.
EARN?
Yeah.
Did you try word hippo?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Realize might be a replacement for it.
Multiply?
Well,
Increase?
I don't mean just earn as in the dollar, but like, what am I doing to earn it? You know what I mean?
So behind the earning.
Yeah.
How about well, no, that's not good.
So that's one of the thoughts. Earn, realize, reshape.
I'm gonna have to think on those.
And then I was like, another direction would be more of like serene, calm, respite, those type of words. So I'm not sure yet.
What about create instead of earn?
I did have that one written down too. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on it. I'm gonna have to look up some verses and see what fits best.
I'll think on it too.
Okay, did you decide on your word?
I think I'm gonna do gumption.
Yay, that's so
Love that
fun.
I like it.
Gumption.
Gumption to function. Yeah. Well, we love you and we appreciate you and we love you, Laura, and we appreciate you. But we are off to blow up some targets.
Woo woo. Fun. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. And I
Thank
want
you.
to see if you do graphics or something with your word, share them. Share them and tag me. That'd be great.
That's
Okay.
a great idea.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do the same thing with my girls group on Thursday. So
Ooh, yay.
thank you for the inspiration.
Yeah.
I think they'll like it.
Good. And your hair is so cute, Laura.
Oh, thank you. I just cut it
Why
again.
can't we see Laura?
You can't see Laura?
You have it in a focus group.
Oh. Oh, can you not see each other?
No,
Mm-mm.
it said something like no one will be able to see you. So when I was eating, so I just turned my camera off. But then I was like, oh, but then Shannon can't see me. So
Now can you see each other?
Nope. I can see you, Shannon. I can. Oh,
oh,
there's
there.
Laura.
Oh, hi.
I
You're
didn't
my
even know
favorite
that. I'm
people.
sorry.
That's okay.
That's why I texted you. I was like, here's mine for.
Oh. You texted me?
No, I texted the
I
group
just-
Oh, I'm like, I'm not gonna touch.
when we
Okay,
were reviewing our year.
Gotcha. Okay,
So thank you guys.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Have so
New
much
Year.
fun.
Happy
Love
New Year.
you.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.